Hello guys, welcome to Creators Classroom YouTube channel. Large language models such as ChatGPT have demonstrated remarkable capabilities across a wide range of tasks. However, a fundamental question remains, how can these general purpose models be adapted to solve specialized problems in domains such as biology, medicine, agriculture, law or finance? So in this lecture, we will explore the major approaches used to adapt large language models, including fine-tuning and prompt-based methods. These concepts will be explained in an intuitive manner with a focus on building conceptual understanding rather than requiring extensive programming knowledge. Whether you are a biologist, geneticist, medical researcher, agricultural scientist, or from any other non technical disciplines, this lecture will provide a clear understanding of how modern AI systems are tailored for specialized real world applications. So let's begin.
That there is a term called as adaptation. Okay, what is adaptation? I told in the beginning that these LLMs, they are designed for performing general task. General task means if I ask a doubt on science, it will answer. If I ask on some sports, it will answer. If I ask anything, a good LLM can answer anything. That means they are very general model, okay, are huge models, okay. But as I told you, at individual level we'll be having very small computer, okay, very small, let's say GPU will be having. That much good computing infrastructure won't be there. So in this case, what we can do is we can adapt, means we can reduce the number of parameters of that model and make the model size very small, okay. And the model will be having multiple ability, no, we'll remove all the ability. Let's say I want a model, specific model for answering only the science related questions. What I will do, I have to delete the parameters related to arts, I have to delete the parameters related to sports, I have to delete the parameters related to political science, then war, geography, all the other things I'll remove. I'll keep only those parameters and multi layers perceptron which are required for the my specific task, that is getting answers for the particular topics in science, okay. So by this way what will happen, the model size will be reduced, okay, the model size will be reduced and the model size will become very small and we can use it for our purpose, okay, in very small computing workstations also, or in the computers also. So, there are three techniques in prompt LLM adaptation. Okay, there are three broad categories. One is prompt engineering. Prompt engineering means you will not going to change any parameters. Okay, the moment I say parameters, what what you should remember is you should remember the weights, bias, and the values of elements in the matrix. Okay, these are nothing but parameters. Okay, so these parameters are not going to be changed. We are not going to change these parameters. Okay, but with repeated prompts and in a logical charting, I will make aware the model regarding my context, and I will make model aware, getting aware regarding my task, and I'll get a proper response. Okay, this is called as prompt engineering. And fine tuning means, fine tuning, the name indicates tuning. Okay, tuning means here you will tune the parameters, you will remove some parameters, okay, and you will keep only some very small uh, parameters, weights, biases, okay. So that is called as fine tuning. So this thing we have already seen, and today we are going to use the BERT model, okay, BERT. What is the difference between BERT and GPT? Okay, GT models, they are unidirectional. Okay, unidirectional means they will synthesize the words only to the right side. Means usually if I write on the notebook, I will start writing from the left side and I will go all the way till the left side. Okay, so likewise this model keep on printing each words to the right side only. That's a unidirectional. But what BERT stands for bidirectional encoder representational transformer. Okay, bidirectional encoder representation transformer. Okay, so the name indicates it's a bidirection, means if I give any input, if I give input, it can synthesize the values on the left side also, it can print the words on the right side also. Okay, on both the direction it can print. And one more model is there. This is very basic model, basic and very important model, T5. This is developed by Google for translation purpose. And this is one of the early generative pre-trained models used. Okay. Here I am referring GPT means this ChatGPT. Okay. And T5 is a pre-trained transformer of Google and used for translation purpose. Okay. So, these are some of the key terms you need to understand. So there are multiple strategy, okay, in the prompt engineering. First thing is zero shot. What is zero shot? Okay, I have not told anything about my work to the chat GPT. Let's say I have opened chat GPT. Simply I will ask, okay, simply I will ask one question. What is the Iran and America's war status? Okay, what I will ask is, what is Iran? No, simply forget this in prompt. Okay, what I will ask is, uh, who is Khamenei? Iran's superior leader is Khamenei. I will not say anything. I will simply go and type in the chat GPT, right? Who is Khamenei? Ayatollah Khamenei, who was a supreme leader of Iran, who died. Okay. So I will not tell any context. Then model will start printing about the complete story, how the Khamenei came into power, what was his early days. Okay. But actually, you want to know more about Iran and America war and what happened to Khamenei. Okay, what happened to Khamenei in this war. Okay, but since there is no context, simply you are asking about Khamenei, the model will start printing anything related to the Khamenei. Okay, this is zero shot. Zero shots means here you do not provide any examples. Okay, no examples you will provide and no context you will provide. Next comes the few shots. Few shots means, for example, here we need to give few examples. Okay, here we need to give few, like you have to say, okay, the war between Iran and America is going since 1.5 months, and during this America has attacked on the residence of Khamenei, Ayatollah Khamenei. Okay, then what happened to the Khamenei? I have given here two context. Okay, one is about the war, then attack of America on the Israel. Okay, now it will predict. Okay, in this airstrike performed by America, the Khamenei, Ayatollah Khamenei is killed. He was killed. This is few shots. Zero shot means I am not giving any examples, straight away I am asking. And few shots means I am giving some examples or the context. Then I will ask model to give the answer. Next comes chain of thoughts. Okay. Chain of thoughts, it's mainly used in mathematics or some program where the logic is very important. Okay. So here we say, here we use the strategy called as chain of thoughts. Means you will say, suppose you need to write a Python programming, okay, for developing a mobile application. Okay, developing a mobile application, and the task is to translate English to Hindi. Okay, your task is to develop a mobile application, mobile app using Python. Task is to perform translation from English to Hindi. Okay, so this requires lot of step by logical Python programming. So here you say, okay, to a chat GPT you will say, I need to develop this model. Okay, think it step by step. So if you add this trigger phase, okay, trigger phase means, okay, we are saying the model to use the chain of thoughts. So now what model will think is, okay, model will say, okay, I need to build a mobile application. User has told me to build a mobile application. Then, okay, he has asked me to use the Python. Then, okay, he has asked to translate English to Hindi. Likewise, chain of chain. Okay, next it will think, okay, I need to import the libraries. Next, I need to import the necessary classes, then definitions. I need to build proper OOP, object oriented programming. So likewise, it will keep on thinking. Okay, thinking and printing. Okay, so this is chain of thoughts. Then another strategy is role prompting. Means before asking some question, you will say some role to the chat GPT. For example, this in Israel and America case, we will say, you think yourself as a geopolitic expert. You think yourself as a geopolitics expert. Now tell me what happened to Khamenei in this war. Okay, now that means we are assigning some role to the chat GPT already. Okay, that he is a the chat GPT model is a geopolitics expert. This is called as role prompting. Okay, we can say you act like PM of India. Okay, think yourself as a Prime Minister of India and tell me what are the important policies I have to bring. Okay, what are the important policies? Okay, you can try it out. You can go to ChatGPT and you can perform zero shot. Means simply you ask, write down the policies for Indian development in next 20 years. And on the another side, role play. That is, you think yourself as a Prime Minister of India and note down the policies for development of India in next 20 years. You see the difference. There will be a lot of difference. Okay, if you ask ChatGPT for role prompting, it will give very good answers. Then template prompting. Okay, template prompting, they are something related to developing the agents. Okay, you might have heard, if you see the history of this generative AI, the first was the deep learning models came, then generative AI came, now the agentic AI came, then AI agents are came. Agentic AI or AI agents means they will do simply, you need to give a simple prompt and they will give entire thing. Means, like for example, I was saying to build a mobile application for translation of English to Hindi. Okay, so simply you say this much. What that agent will do is it will download some data sets from the internet by itself. It will import all the Python libraries required by itself. Okay, and it will develop a, it will write codes. Then it will, after writing the codes, it will execute the codes. If some errors came, then what it will do is it will debug it. Okay, it will address all the errors by itself. Then once the model is done, then it will check the accuracy. Then it will upload this application by itself to the Google Play Store. Okay, it will upload itself to the Google Play Store. Means they are agentic AI. So to build the agents, to build the AI agents, you need something called as skills. You need to tell those AI models some skills. Okay, and to, for giving the skills, you need template prompting. Means you'll develop a template. Means template means basically they are either a text files or the markdown files, md files. Okay, so here in, not the, in single text file you will write the single prompt. Okay, in the single, for example, in this developing mobile application, in the single file, in the very first file, what I will type is, okay, you are a Python expert. Okay, you think in a chain of thoughts on developing the OOP, object oriented programming. Okay, this is my first set of prompt. Means this is a first template. In the next template I will say, okay, you think yourself as a bilinguist who know English and Hindi. Okay, now develop the strategy for Python programming to develop a model. Okay, this is my second template. My third template would be, okay, think yourself as a web developer or the front end developer. In the mobile application, there will be a UI, no, front end design. So if I click this button, these options should appear. Okay, that is front end. So think yourself as a front end developer. Okay, that is one template. Another template, back end developer. Okay, likewise, I will develop multiple templates and I will give it to the model. Okay, now the model will become agent. Okay, so these days, whatever the models are coming to model, means coming to the market, they are already agents, because the developers of these LLMs, they have made multiple templates of prompts and they have given it to the large language models. Okay, this is about strategies. Okay,